So what are we saying? Are Sunderland the team that are going to send Spurs down to the Championship?
Yeah, en route to our qualification for the Champions League, I think so.
Oh, right, so what's changed that tune,
6
haven't
points
it?
off.
Fucking
Liverpool,
hell.
6 points off.
A week ago, it's like, I've never been to Milan now, it's Champions League football.
People were predicting, I think I was the only one who predicted Sunderland to win on our predictions last week.
Well, I never
No,
predicted
to be
Sunderland
fair, I
anyway,
did say I wanted them to win, but I just couldn't quite bring myself to say
I
that.
couldn't quite say it.
Fair.
Yeah, I think if I remember, it was your head.
Me head and me heart.
Your head and your heart,
And me head ruled.
Your head ruled.
Actually, on most of those predictions as well, me heart should have ruled.
Yeah, you got a good heart.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Dan, I'm guessing you watched the game. What were your thoughts in general with the performance and stuff?
We did what was required to win.
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything earth-shattering from us, but
I don't think anything this season has been from you, though, has it?
You've been
You've
solid.
done what you've needed to do to get results in games.
we've been very efficient and not particularly had to go through the gears that many times.
I'm not sure if you had the gears, mate, to be honest. I think
a lot not being tested.
A lot of the time, you look like you're just not going to score, but you're not going to concede, and then you get that goal, and it's like that's obviously it's really important, and that's what you've done. But I think if a team came and put 2 goals away, I think you'd struggle to get 3 goals.
It happened against Bournemouth at home.
Yeah.
So Bournemouth were 2 up and we came back and won 3-2.
Yeah, once.
That's all that was
Hang on
required.
a second. Let's not talk about giving goals away. How was Spurs?
So Spurs looked a bit better in the first part of the game than they have recently. They made a few chances, but without really looking too threatening.
So they started with the equivalent of 3 strikers up.
Mhm.
I don't know, obviously playing
He's only
wide
been
and
there.
that,
Verby only been there a week, few days. So you can't really judge him on that. I'm not saying you're going to judge him after a match, but you wouldn't have had a chance to basically do anything, would you?
It's one of those where you expect a new manager bounce, and if you're not going to get it,
after the game, I was surprised he came on the pitch and he was sort of consoling them.
Yeah. But it was one of those things, right, where they were through on goal a few times, but you never quite had your heart in your mouth thinking they were going to score. And I think Robin Roofs probably had the same feeling. He fell on a couple of shots, but he never... There was one he tipped over from Porro in the second half, which looked like a spectacular save, but really it was just kind of making sure.
Yeah.
I think as well, probably the Spurs strikers feel that way when they go through on goal at the moment as well, don't they?
Did Solanke start?
Yeah,
he did, yeah.
They started Solanke, Kolo Muani and Richarlison as their front three. You'd have thought...
Do you think they're going to save themselves?
Spurs, no. I can't see where it's getting any easier for them in the fixtures. Brighton next.
Just those teams that just look down. Everyone. I think Zerbi came out and said these players aren't used to playing, for their lives really. I just can't see them getting out of it.
Well, I think as well, it's obviously West Ham just put 4 past Wolves.
They look
so it's now Spurs play Wolves in a couple of weeks. It's like that's the game where it's like
it kind of feels like the Leicester season in a way. It's like everyone's just waiting for Leicester to drop off.
Yeah.
Nobody ever thought Leicester were going to win the league. I'm kind of in that similar situation. I'm like,
I'm
just waiting for Spurs to get the points and
every
stay
week
up.
you think the new managers come in, you think they'll get something now, or they play someone a bit lower down the league and you think they'll get something here, and it's like the only time they've ever got remotely close was against Liverpool.
Because the fixtures on paper don't look too bad, but unfortunately lots of the teams they're playing need the point. I think there's a few games in there where the teams like Brighton are playing quite well at the moment. They need the points if they're going to sort of move forward and qualify for Europe.
Yeah, when you look now, you've got Sunderland, Brighton, Fulham, Bournemouth. There's a lot of teams that are all within. I think 2 or 3 points behind Chelsea now, isn't it?
There's very few that are on the beach now.
Yeah. And Man U not winning last night again. That just makes it even more achievable for these teams, doesn't it?
I think it's just us that's on the beach.
Yeah,
that's not through celebrating anything. It's just a nightmare. But
I think we've been on the beach since the Carabao Cup final, haven't we?
But what do you think for Sunderland now? How are you feeling with the rest of the season? Where do you think, realistically, do you think you'll be able to push on and get a European place? Or
it probably depends on the next couple of results. We've got Villa away, which is going to be tough at the weekend.
Yeah, Villa
they're having a very average season at the moment, but apart from that, they might put up a bit of resistance on Sunday. If we can take anything from that potentially tough away fixture, the momentum's going to keep going. We've got Forest next at home. Let's say if we can get 4 points from those 2 fixtures, that European push is very much on.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you can do a job for Villa for us, that'll just give us a chance to get them 6 wins. To get up there and sneak into that. Yeah. So you can do your neighbours a favour really by getting the results. And then fade after that.
The players like the squad's coming back together now as well, isn't it? You know, like the injuries and stuff passing.
You've got everybody back, haven't you? Have you got them all back now?
Or? We have, apart from who didn't play on Sunday? Ballard. I think Ballard might be a long term.
Right.
There seems to be very little being said about his injury.
So he got injured just before the Newcastle game, didn't he? Was it hamstring or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he could be out for the season. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He's keeping his cards close.
And you got decent cover.
We have Luke O'Nien stepped up to the plate and put himself a valuable asset in the
Wasn't
Premier
talking
League.
about him, but yeah.
And obviously a big talking point in the game was Brobbey beating everyone up, basically.
Yeah.
Brobbey's
just a beast, man. He's
going to become a bit of a cult hero, isn't he?
He must be like one of the strongest centre forwards to ever play in the Premier League. Like there was something where I seen like Ibra doing a 120 like clean and jerk above his head.
He's like what you wanted Josie Aldo to be, isn't it?
Exactly, but I'm sure I think Brobbey could probably do that as well with that weight and Ibra.
Pick them both up.
Yeah, but Brobbey takes so much abuse during the game.
Yeah, he does.
He's all seeing it, and there's multiple times. And when like there was a bit in the second half, I think I texted you about it with Porro.
You did, Porro,
where Porro was grabbing on, pulling them all over the place, and Brobbey kind of flailed his arm a little bit, and Porro goes down.
He got booked for that, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah. Porro goes down clutching his face.
But he'd been given it before that.
Yeah, the booking was maybe a little bit harsh, but like Brobbey gives as good as he takes.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Gives as good
That's
as he
what
gets.
you want, is a good old-fashioned centre forward.
It is, but this thing with the Romero challenge, obviously, it's unfortunate that he's injured.
What was the keeper? It was his keeper.
It was like I think there was
the keeper came out to get the ball.
The keeper came out to get the ball.
Romero was shielding.
He's trying to shield it, but I think
you got it if the ball was there to be played for, wasn't
it? The pundit on Sky, and I think also like one of the refs, I think it might have been Dermot Gallagher, was reviewing it and said basically Brobbey's done nothing wrong there.
Yeah,
because
Romero stopped in front of him. What's he meant to do?
Yeah, exactly. If you put your body in,
and he like touched him on the. He didn't like push him hard. He like put his hand out to like stop himself, basically.
If he had pushed him, he would have probably ended up in the goal, wouldn't he?
He'd still be running now.
Yeah.
Brian Brobbey had pushed him properly.
He could have pushed him all the way back to London, I reckon.
Absolutely. Could have pushed him all the way to Argentina.
Anyway, can we stop talking about centre forwards, please?
Not yet.
You're rubbing it in now.
I think we had a couple of comments from like some Spurs fans on our things, and there are reasonable Spurs fans out there, and those seem like good fans, know their football. But all these ones that are on whinging like little bitches about Brobbey's challenge on Romero, just fucking grow up and grow a pair, man.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Romero went through Brobbey in the first half.
And he's Argentinian.
Just let that go.
Yeah.
He's Argentinian.
He's one of the dirtiest players in the Premier League over a longer term.
I would just say he's a crybaby.
Yeah.
He's just a baby.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of fans, I'd also just like to say to the Sunderland fans who keep saying, nobody asked for the manager to be sacked. We all fucking sat.
Yes.
We're not saying you asked. We're saying there was clearly stupid people.
Yes,
there was.
And like we also all called them stupid people.
Yeah,
we weren't agreeing with them, but there were stupid people all over Twitter
just before the
saying that he should be sacked after the Port Vale game.
Yeah.
Right? It was crazy, and we made a point of it by saying it's the most
However,
stupid
if they do
thing
want to get rid of
say.
him, you know, there's a team not far away.
Yeah, not having him.
But it's like, we weren't saying he should be sacked. We were saying
it's
we
idiotic that they
believe
wanted that.
Like stupid people were saying that.
Yeah.
Like it's
we all
crazy.
unanimously said that.
Yeah, it was just like stupid.
It's
but
terrible now.
And
I hope
I hope that fucking tiny minority of fans we've got who had that.
Oh, they'll have changed their mind straight
well,
after
they probably don't even go.
Yeah,
they probably don't even go to the games.
I hope they wind their necks and now and keep it wound in for the summer because Reggie Lebray's the best manager we've had in years.
Yeah, sadly.
But even like we've spoke about before, what he done in the championship and stuff, to like galvanise
He's done everything
the team
right
and
since
do
he
that.
got there.
It's
a fucking nightmare.
There's been various parts of the season as well when it looked like we were dropping off, and it looked like that form of the first half of the season was just gonna.
We all said, didn't we?
Yeah.
This can't last. This can't pass.
Well, that's the thing. Like we've had downturns, but he's shown he's able to adapt and he's able to get back on track again.
Plan B.
Well, he did. I remember in the championship season when you went because you were like battling in the top two. Well, then you lost a load battling for the top two. Sorry, then you lost a load, and you were like on your own in that third place, weren't you? And it was like we were very much like I was like.
Out of form, they're not going to because this time last year they didn't. You went on. I don't know how many games it was, but there were several games.
It was a long run because he made I
think it was about 6 or 8 games.
He made a very bold decision just to play essentially the reserve team for the last 6 or 7 games and like avoid injury. Yeah. But everyone said at the time it's high risk because if you lose the momentum, you can get out of that winning habit. But credit to him, he knew exactly what he was doing.
100%. He was players.
like you say, we don't know what the discussions internally and stuff, do you? So he's obviously.
But if he's available and he wants to come on, we'll buy some garlic, some onions. He can be well in here, won't he? So he can just sit there, Dan.
I told you wouldn't like his brand of football.
let's
not.
Let's talk about Man United,
So I think it's a interesting time for Sunderland, isn't it?
Well, they're getting excited. To be fair to Dan, he has sat on the fence. Didn't want to say too much about, but you can just see that little cheeky fucking smile in his face now, thinking, Milan, here we come.
Get me passport ready.
Yeah,
we'll probably end up in Azerbaijan.
It's going to
Scotland.
It's further than we're going to end up. So it's
we'll
just
be
enjoy
just
ourselves.
Look, Aberdeen.
I think you're battling if you can get a Europa League, even a Conference League.
To be fair, Dan, you surely now, when you look at the 6 games to go, if you don't get a European place, you've got to be. Today, if I said in end of the 6th game you haven't made Europe, you've got to be slightly disappointed after the season you've had.
Just for getting so close, I think.
I can never be disappointed with this season. Like I would be tempted to look on the bright side of things, and it's horrible that we even have this in our minds as football fans. But we've got 15% more money to spend if we don't get into Europe with that squad cost ratio rule.
But I think it's,
of course,
like when you get close. I've been here before with Newcastle plenty of times, and it's like, you didn't have that expectation. Then you get up there, and then you don't get it, and you kind of in your head you sit there and go, "Oh, I never really thought we were going to get there." But then part of you is a little bit like,
probably how Brentford fans are feeling right now as well.
That's why I still think we've got a chance. We're talking about teams like Sunderland, Brighton, Bournemouth, Fulham.
We've got no
all
chance.
their fans are sitting there thinking, "Nah, we're not going to get into Europe." Well, fuck it, we are. Come on.
2 of those teams have beaten you twice this season.
Yeah, we've got no chance.
The time when I did feel disappointed about Sunderland not making Europe was when we finished 7th twice under Peter Reid, because we had the opportunity that time. If we had applied for the Intertoto Cup, we would have made the Intertoto Cup because we're the highest placed team. But
nobody can write.
Do you not also think like you're sat here now and you're like 2 points off Chelsea?
Is that all you are? 2 points off Chelsea?
But you're sat. Like you have to sit here now and on reflection and be like, this is our chance, because we have this conversation loads where it's like, when we only have 1 game a week, we manage to actually get there. But so it's kind of like, this is the chance. It's like, if you don't do it now, maybe that's what the manager's saying to the players. If you don't do it now, obviously next season everyone's going to go spend a load of money.
Without taking the mick, though, the reality is with players these days, you've got players who've obviously exceeded their expectations. If your team doesn't qualify for Europe, then I'm not saying they're going to be looking to get away, but they're going to. Those players will want to play in Europe. Yeah. So for me, if the players will be very keen to keep it all going.
I think they are, and obviously we've got a character like Xhaka who's never going to let them.
How did he play on Sunday?
He was very good again. He made a couple of passes that went astray, but I think the stats said that he attempted 65 passes or something, and he completed 55, which is an amazing ratio. Yeah. And he just he knows how to control the game. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to let the momentum slip if there is momentum. No. Yeah. So if we don't make it, fair enough, we weren't expected to make it. But we've got a good chance.
Just looking at that there, you're obviously the only down for you on top of other people is your -3 goal difference. Yeah. And he scored 33 goals.
We've got the 3rd best defence in the Premier League.
36.
I know it's terrible.
Brighton,
fantasy football
Brighton
league
37
players.
let in, but they've scored 43.
Yeah.
Everton 37 let in, but they've only scored 39. Big bad Barry. And,
Barry and Beto's on fire now.
Beto's a ledge, mate, isn't he now? It's like we need to start talking about him instead.
Yeah.
Fuck Barry.
B52s.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think it's it's like hope they get it for you. Yeah. But I hope they don't for us.
Yep.
Yeah. It's one
understandable.
of them.
Understandable.
Actually, I hope they don't get it.
Yeah. No, that's just I was expecting that from you, Jeff.